Hello everyone and welcome back to an episode of Busbound with me, Tops. Now, last episode we did a drive across the east side of the map. We've done the west side in the past, we've done the east side now. We're going to do the central drive today. So if we head on the drives, I've created a route that does the majority of the centre. And hopefully we can get some areas unlocked to level 2 and get some bus stops unlocked to level 2. We'll see how it goes. I'm still recovering from being ill for the past week or so, so hopefully I know my voice is gone and stuff like that, but hopefully it should be pretty okay. So here we go, central line. Let's have a look at this route that I've put together. So it is 31 bus stops. It literally goes to it's a nice kind of a loop system. So it starts off here, it goes loops round through the center, through past here, and then obviously a loop around this way, and then a loop around the central, this area, across over to here, another loop area, and then back to the end. So it's going to be a nice drive. It says it's going to be about 45 minutes. We'll see how long that goes. And yeah, we're just going to load up and start the drive. And here we are. We started off at the bus hub straight away. I believe our roof is open because it is an afternoon. The rain has cleared from the morning drive, which was obviously our original tour. So let's just slowly pull on up and get the perfect positions. Now, like I say, we're trying to get the best drive as possible, which we still have issues with every time we do this drive. We still have some issues here and there, but all in all, we're trying our best to get our best route. We do have plenty of time between stops, so that's okay for us at least. So we're just going to see how we go with this whole route. Now, like I say, it's an interesting route. I've tried to do it so we're not overlapping ourselves. I think the only place we kind of overlap ourselves is in the downtown area, but that's not overlapping ourselves to a degree. We go from one area to, well, we go on one side of the street and the other side of the street. So we've got to make sure that gets cleared so we can then utilize the turn. So I think I've built an actual decent route here, which if I was a real route bus planner, this would probably be a circular route that I would implement in a real city. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's should be pretty good. Like I say, we're now just trying to drive and do the routes possible. Well, the routes the best, and go from there. So still at perfect position, which is amazing. We can take the indicator off when we get to each stop as well. It is a bit foggy out, but obviously we've got the central line, we've got everything going. We should hopefully, with this route, get some what's it called, done. We should get some decent stuff. I'm blanking. I'm still trying to remember stuff because I'm still ill. But we did. We should still get a decent drive. Still trying to get the upgrades going on certain bus stops. So we have that to look out for as well. Obviously, every now and again, I will probably stop and try to take screenshots for thumbnails, which is what I've been doing for the majority of the series. It's just a matter of seeing what I can get done. But obviously, it's a bit of a foggy day today, so we're not going to get the best images, are we? But even so, it's going to be a nice drive. Like I say, I've structured this in such a way where if you're a real bus route planner, I think you'd be proud of it. So we'll just see how we go with it all. And obviously we get to drive it now as well, so it is what it is. But this game is going to be coming to, well, my coverage of this game is going to be coming to an end until any DLC comes out, extra map locations and such. But for the time being, we're going to start slowly winding down. I think I've got the every stop drive to do for the next episode. And then I think we're going to have one more, which is going to be the Grand Tour, which goes to every stop twice. Apart from the furthest point stop, which I've organised it, I've laid it out. It looks decent, I think. And I think it works pretty well. So we do have that to do, but until we get to do those drives, we've got this nice little drive to do for this episode now. I believe this is going to be late posting for members, purely for that, like I say, I've been recovering from being ill. It actually, I don't know if you can tell, my voice is not the same as usual. I've not got the same kind of energy. But I'm still here, I'm still making videos, I'm still enjoying it. It is a bit of a shame that obviously I've had really good success with the channel recently with some coverage of some demos from the Steam Fest with Truck Sim and the bus. No, not the bus. Bus Simulator 27. But some really good coverage of that and really good viewing numbers of them. And it's a shame that I was feeling ill around the time because I really wanted to celebrate it all, but obviously just been ill. And these things happen in life. Like when sitting at your computer all day, every day, playing video games and editing and recording and talking to yourself is probably not the best way of time. But obviously, if you guys are enjoying the videos, that's and I'm enjoying making the videos, and you guys are probably, if you guys are enjoying watching the videos, it all helps. Obviously, the new subscribers, the new likes, the new follows, the new comments as well, it all helps. And I've been trying to reply to as many as I can, or like them, as many comments as I can recently, just because I like to show that I like people showing the support, and I like to know that I'm not just a kind of a faceless channel. Like I am a real person. I am making videos. I'm trying to go full time, and I'm very appreciative of you guys watching them and enjoying the videos. And I just strive to make the best videos I can. Yes, I'm ill. I'm still going to be recording. I'm still going to do this, that, and the other, and it just takes some time now. I forget where we go with this stop. I think we actually might go to a stop twice up here. I'm not 100%. We're up to. Oh, there's a speed bump. Typical. The one time I'm not paying attention because it's foggy, we hit a speed bump and we get a penalty. Not the best thing. It is what it is, though. You don't have those kind of speed bumps in the UK, though. Well, you do, but you don't anymore. They've kind of they do a speed bump at crossings, so you've got a bit more of a flat stop at the top. So you bump up and then you kind of go across and then you bump down. Or you've got the split ones, which they normally have now, which is like 3 wide. Not all buses always go in the middle of the two, so you never actually feel the bumps, because it's wide enough for the bus to go through, but it's not wide enough for any other, apart from lorries, to do that. But if you're a lorry and you're going over the speed limit in an area with speed bumps, you need your HGV license taken away. That's just in my opinion, but yeah, the things happen and stuff like that. But yeah, do we have another speed bump up here to make ourselves back? No, we just got a stop sign, which will still help with getting the thumbs up, which we'll get to 27 at some point. We just gotta do the drive and be nice with it. So getting over into this stop. There we go. Doing very nice indeed. And that is another bus stop where we've got to level 2. So like I say, I don't know if we can get another upgrade in any certain district or anything, so it's always worth looking into trying to finance it if we do. If we don't, then that's still fine with me as well. So we're now paying attention to this here. So you guys stopping for me? No. Hopefully we don't hit this. Oh, look at the rear end there. Oh, that rear view mirror shot then. Oh my, wow, we made it through. Absolutely made it through. That's elite levels of driving right there, if I do say so myself. And yes, I am saying so myself. Kind of like a pat on the back. You do a good job, you pat yourself on the back. That's just what you're told to do when you grow up, aren't you? Like, you're doing well, pat yourself on the back. Yeah. You got to celebrate the little wins in life, and obviously that was a little win. And we did pretty well. Hopefully we get a good bus alignment here. We did. We've got the negative mark for the speed bump, which is one thing. But if we get perfect on the bus stops, I think that helps. I don't know really. We're still trying to get bus mastery on this bus as well. That's another bus stop we've got leveled up again. Absolutely amazing. And we're gonna have some people wanting to probably use this crossing. Any of you guys? Yeah, okay, so we'll slow it down for you. Okay, as soon as you've crossed, we'll just floor it. It's nice and wide having this area here. Is this... I don't think this is a bus lane only, but I do like that it's a one-way route now. Because it makes more... Well, it was a one-way route beforehand, but without all the cramped parking and that kind of thing, it makes more sense. So obviously a bus can get in there, the bendy bus can get in there, articulated bendy bus, whatever you want to call them. I know in the UK they've called one of them a tram bus, and then another one's calling them a high transit vehicle or something of that nature. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It's the end of the day. Okay, so we do have a free lane for us to get through. Okay, I think this is the section where we go on the opposite side of the street as well on the way back, but that is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's going to be a nice drive. It's an efficient drive, to say the least. It's a well thought out route, I believe, so hopefully you guys think so too. And it's just a nice little drive, and like I say, our main point is to obviously do these drives, come up with these creative routes while trying to get upgrades for the bus stops. So if we get level 2s on these bus stops, that'll be even more incredible. To see what happens when these bus stops do get to level 2s. And that bus stop there, we just got up to level 3. Pretty good. Muted myself then just so I could get myself a drink and sort my nose out, because you don't want a leaky nose, do you? It's not the best thing that you want to hear on a microphone is someone relieving their nose. So obviously, yeah, just keep myself there and do that. We can actually make this turn on with this bus compared to in the past where we've had issues with the Vendy bus trying to go make that corner. But at the end of the day, these kind of drives and this kind of a route is, I believe, one of the best ones we've done so far. We're going to have a very big bit of... Oh, we've not even got that to level 2. This bus stop's not even level 2 either, so... Hopefully we get it. I'm hoping by the end of this series we're doing the every stop route. So the next one that we're going to be doing where we literally stop at every bus stop once, in some form of a loop. That helps, but and we can actually, and also the one after where we stop at every bus stop at least twice. Will help with how the bus stops get upgraded. Now we're going straight over to that bus stop over the road. Hopefully you're not going to be sat here for hours, because we've got a time frame. We can see our bus stop. Well, I can say we see our bus stop, but there's a car in front of it, but we're not. The bus stop's just right there. Hopefully you guys are going to be going through here pretty smoothly. We've got a minute and a half. We should be able to make it over the road in a minute and a half. Yeah. That's exactly where we want to go, so we're just going to slow it down for the lights. It is mainly the left we need to look for on this. We can floor it, slow it down, mister. There's a bus coming through. Why are you stood in the middle of the street? Or in the middle of the road? It just does not make sense. It is what it is. We're parking up, doing a very good job at it, if I do say so myself. Another stop there we've done well with, getting to a level 2. Next stop, the dorms. We do have another bus, another speed bump, so we can semi-redeem ourselves, even though We still got an issue with the other speed bump, but at the end of the day, going over a speed bump a little bit fast is not the end of the world. Shouldn't negatively hinder you. Having speed bumps at a 20 zone, it's one of those, isn't it? Like, as long as you don't go too far or too fast over a speed bump, as long as you're still within the speed limit, you should still be fine. And what are all you guys doing in the middle of the street as well? Like, they need to sort this out with some of the passengers, because obviously, if I want to be realistic, I don't want to drive through people to park correctly in the parking spot, do I? But at the end of the day, things like that happen, and it is what it is. One guy still trying to come up there we go. Anyone else? Don't think so. Let's go. People are already waiting to get off the next stop as well, so that's good. But yeah, I think we've done a decent routing of this. It's going to be an interesting total route. We are going to be hit with passengers wanting to use the crossing, but it is what it is. That's just how these bus stops work. We've had it in the past. We know it in the past. I think I've done it. Did I do it once at all where I've completely gone? No. I think we've had to stop at them in the past, and that made us late. So we learn from it, and we stay at the bus stop until it's safe to cross. Okay. There's one last person crossing over. As soon as you're off our side, we can go through. Nice and safely does it. 22 out of 27 thumbs up, which is not bad at all. We've kind of just gone like through the different schools. It literally is the school zone. We've gone through elementary, university, we're going to high school. Not the way you should go through schools in real life, but that's just how our route works. We're going in the 20s because we're going to be hitting the 20s again anyway, so what's the point in going past this 20 speed limiter when you're going to be limited anyway? And you're in a bus lane anyway, so bus lane should always be a 20 mile. No matter where you are, what part of the world you are, well, what part of the UK you are at least, a bus lane should be maxed out at 20 miles an hour. Even though, if you're on a 40 road, or like say you're on a 40 road and there's a 40 road bus lane area, if you're doing a constant 40 and something happens, that's going to be more danger to the passengers than you going on a 20. In my opinion anyway, but rather be safer than not. So as everyone's climbing out of the ground to get on this bus, we've got another crossing coming up. Is anyone going to be actually using that crossing? They're thinking about it, aren't they? They're very much thinking about it. Oh, no, no. Sorry, just going to turn around right in the middle, right where her crossing is. Oh, are you going to cross? No, you're just turning around to the right. Okay. Or to the left, or whatever, whichever way you turn and went. They didn't need to stop. So that is okay. Ash Grove, which is the one on the hill. Yeah. If you're in a manual, this would be the most difficult stopping location for people driving manuals. But luckily, all these are automatic. No one left, no one to the right. So we just go straight to the middle and then over to the right anyway for this going over the straight, because what's the point of being in the left lane when you're gonna have to go over to the right anyway to go into the just after the traffic lights? It's safer to go all the way over to this lane right now, as we have done. Okay. It's just a shame that it's what's it called? It's this foggy. To be fair, if it was this foggy, I wouldn't in real life, I would not have the convertible roof open for passengers up top. I'll keep it closed, keep the heat in. But if they want to go up there, get their head in the wind and get their face full of cold, then they can do. They can do. Well, that's not for us, is it? So hopefully, I was going to say, hopefully we can make it through before the lights change, but sadly not. We got up to the top as we literally were pulling off as the lights were changing. That is a shame. We are at 25 out of 27 though, so we're not even, I don't even know if we're halfway through our route yet, but boding well for our thumbs up. And we're not paying attention to how we've parked, but I'm hoping we've parked pretty well. So this is our first loop around that then goes over, well, it's a crossroad that we go over, so we're still technically going to the same area, the same route. We're just not. We're going over a route, and it is a circular area, so it's fine. These kind of crosses that we've got set up, but it should be pretty easy to do. In thinking about it, I probably could have turned right and done another loop this way round, but I think I've done this route for a reason, to not really go back on ourselves too much. And it's also easier for the buses, so you're not always constantly having to turn. Although technically you are having to constantly turn because that's just how it works with steering, but we don't have to do sharp turns like that. We can kind of go around a little bit further and get a little bit further. That one's just got to level 3 as well, which is a nice little upgrade bonus. And now we go around to Turner's Fork. I think it's just how this route, we aligned this route. It was just easier for us to do it this way. To try not to overlap areas. Because I think I wouldn't have been able to come back up this way. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to come back up this way from going to that area, because you'll be able to see in a second there's literally an area. Yeah, you just can't go through. There's a divide in the streets, but you can't go through up here. So it is what it is. We'll have to see how it works out for our stopping at every bus stop route and the turning around every bus stop. So that's just got up to level 2, so that should help with future upgrades. Yeah, here we are with this. So we would have had to have gone and looped ourselves and gone over ourselves to have gone round that way. Because we're effectively going to be going, we would have gone over the same part twice. But we're not going to do that this time because we've actually thought of this route. And thought of it well, to be fair. We're never, I don't even know if we've had people standing up on this bus yet, and if we have, I've not seen them. Especially since we've got the rear view mirror up the top that we see passengers on. Okay. Seeing as though we've still got the green light, let's go straight over to the radio station. And then I think we go across the waterfront as well. That's going to be a nice drive for us going across the waterfront. But yeah, it's an interesting drive. I think this is a very well thought out route. Just a nice leisurely drive for the day and try and get the most benefits we can. with the whole route system. And we've already got cars behind us honking because we've stopped at a bus stop. Okay. Everyone's on board. We're safe to go. That one car behind us honking, it's not good. Like, I understand that people can get frustrated that you're stuck in traffic. But if you're at a bus stop, that's one thing. Like, I've recently been stuck in traffic well, I've been stuck in traffic and I didn't know why the traffic was there, but I found out later that the whole road basically got shut because minutes before we got to that location, it was a dual carriageway, and basically in front of us there is a junction that's a heavily used junction, and effectively there was a car crash at that junction that closed off our part of the dual carriageway and the road turning off and onto that dual carriageway from the left. So obviously it's understandable that when things like that happen and accidents like that happen, hopefully no one got hurt or no one seriously injured, but when situations like that happen, people get frustrated. It was very sunny, it's very warm, it's in this weather kind of stuff, so it is what it is. There was I think it was about half an hour, and then police came and was slowly turning everyone around to go back up the dual carriageway to then be able to turn off it and go that way, and directing traffic flow, which was amazing. And as part of that, someone had gotten out of their van, because everyone had split to each side of the dual carriageway to make kind of a lane in the middle of it. Everyone had done that to allow a lane in the middle for emergency vehicles, and there was a few police cars that went through, but someone had literally gotten out of the vehicle, and I don't know where they'd gone, but they basically parked it on the fast lane of the dual carriageway. The police had come round to start allowing people or helping people to turn around to get out of there, and they're just literally parked in the middle of the dual carriageway, gone out of the vehicle. They've probably gone for a walk to figure out what's happening, and that's just not how you do things. You should never do that kind of stuff. So I don't know why they got out of the vehicle, why they did a walk, went for a walk. Yes, it was sunny. People got out of the vehicles to get some breeze. People were letting dogs out of the back and stuff. We were only there for half an hour. Yeah, this person decided to just park the vehicle in the middle of a dual carriageway and get out while it was standstill traffic. Wouldn't be surprised if they got a ticket, but the police don't issue tickets, but they can issue fines. They can issue some things, I would believe, but yeah, it's one of those. Why? Yeah. It's one of those. Things happen. Hopefully the people are all right. We do have a police car behind us as we say that, so we're all safe anyway. We're a nice, safe driver, I would say. It's only on occasion we've mounted the curb because there's literally nothing else we could have done. But at the time, it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, we're probably over halfway through our drive right now. We're, I think, at the half an hour mark, near enough on our recording. So yeah, it's a nice little drive. Like I say, this is our next loop area. So this is where we're going to go across one bridge to loop around across another bridge. And like I say, we don't really split how it works either. So we shouldn't be going over the route twice, as far as I'm aware anyway. We might have another stop, the opposite stop to where we were on 99th Street. But I think that's the only one that we're doubled up on with bus stops. Okay. safe to go. We've now got 6 minutes to get around to Central Shopping District. I've got a feeling we're going to get there quicker because we've got to basically go over 2 bridges. We've got to do this in a organised manner. As long as these drivers aren't silly. We should be able to filter out like this with no issues at all. And then as soon as we're over here, we're off the first junction. Which is the one, this is the junction we've never been off before. We've never been on this little section of a road before. And we're literally only doing this so we can go across another bridge. Yeah, so we're only doing this so we can go back over another bridge to get to another section. So we've never been on this side of the road before, never been on this area. But it's a decent enough route. We could technically go 45 if we wanted, but there's no point. We're going over. We're going over past the Helter Skelter and all that, which is interesting. And all the way over to the left lane, which is the weird thing in America is that sometimes you'll start off coming onto the fast lane and then you'll end up having to go over to the slow lane, and sometimes you'll end up on the slow lane having to go all the way over to the fast lane to do your turn-ins. Which makes things make sense and be safe, and turns should always be on and off of the slow lane, never on and off at the fast lane. It does not make sense. It would probably cause more accidents than anything as people are trying to dart through and cause more congestion, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can go into this. You're turning on. Why do you have your right indicator on and you're going left? That does not make sense. But we've literally got 4 minutes left going to this section. We're well and truly up on time here. Is that we're going to get bonus points for the time on this? Because we've absolutely smashed that time. I don't know if that works. We're already at the 27 out of 27 thumbs up, so does the time help with bonuses? I don't know. We're already over 1,000 points on there. Can you imagine if we got that knocked out to the 4 stars? That would have been absolutely insane. Here's what it is though. We're going up to Campbell Hotels, which this is the annoying stop. I believe we're doing this from this side. We're going up to do it. Because otherwise it will be a bit of an annoying turning circle. Okay, none of you are going over that crossing. Yeah, so we're coming up a bit from this way now. It would be great if we were able to go straight ahead. That would be another cool area to go to. Right, you're clear this way. Are you clear that way now? You are. Good. Whoa. Are we actually hitting that post, or is it just me that's... But we're nowhere near that post. We're hitting an invisible wall right there. That's why I do not like this bus stop. Purely, I just don't like this bus stop because you have that issue happening there. We have issues happening on this corner as well. These lampposts are not the best at all. Like, we weren't clipping into that at all. So I don't know how it makes sense. Yes, people are probably going to say in the comments that, oh, well, if you think about it, the height of that bus, of that thing, yes, I understand. The light overhangs a little bit. But for us to be stopped completely from driving in that area, we wouldn't actually hit that. We had clearance. Just absolutely silly. Absolute silliness.
Right statue.
Okay. And even the developers know it, because they didn't penalise us for crashing into something, because we shouldn't have crashed into it because we didn't actually hit anything. So it is what it is. We go into right statue. We can carry on our drive. We didn't get penalised for it, which is a good thing. But at the end of the day, I just hate that stop altogether. Okay. Got another stop over here anyway. Okay. It just doesn't make sense why we crashed. It does not. Does not make sense at all. Now, I think from here, we're going back over the bridge to 99th Street, I want to say. Bridge Street. Okay, we're on Bridge Street first. And then I think we go to 99th Street, which is the opposite side. So this is technically, we're not stopping at the same bus stop twice. We're stopping at one side and the other. So I don't mind doing that, because we're not effectively looping ourselves. We're not going over the same piece of tarmac twice, effectively. Unless you count crossing over and stuff like that, but if it was like this road, us on the right side of the road going in this direction is crossing over the tarmac if we were to do this again. Which we are not, so pretty happy with that. We didn't even go over this bridge earlier as well because we went a different route. It just works out well. It's just a really nice, organised, respectable route that any person making a route map for would be probably proud of. Now, if we were to try and reverse this, it probably wouldn't work. There would be issues with certain routings, especially the two stops towards our right. You wouldn't be able to do those in reverse, but you'd figure out a way to do it, but you'd have to cover more ground and not do the bus routes in the exact same order reversed. If our next bus stop is the 99th Street, then that's okay, but I think we're not. I think we're on the completely opposite side. No, yeah, Belvedere Station. We're completely on the other side of the downtown city area. So we're heading over to Belvedere Station now. This is one of the things again where we are going in a certain way in the bus, so it will be a route in a certain direction. Where we would be going at a crossroads, we turn right into a bus stop that then goes over to the road on the opposite side, but we're going to this bus stop in a better way than we had in the past. So in the past, we would have gone to the left stop first, then the right stop, and that literally is us trying to dart across a lane of traffic. This time, we're going to the right first. This is the crossing we're going to be doing. So we're going straight over to the right to the Belvedere Station, then we're going over to the left to the museum, and then we're going straight across this road in front of us to go back towards the area. So we're near enough to finish this route soon. We've only got a few more bus stops, but I believe this has been a well-organised route, apart from the issue with the lamppost, which never have been an issue because we weren't clipping it at all. Either they've made the clipping of this bus too big, but what I think it is they've made the clipping of that lamppost too big, because we had enough clearance, we had completely enough clearance on that route, on that. So it made no sense whatsoever for that issue to be happening. Anyway, that's Belvedere Station. Anyone going to be using the crossing? Of course, one person is. So now we're going to go over to the museum. And then I think we've got the art stop and then the station. So this is an annoyance where you're having to cross over multiple lanes of traffic, but especially when there's like a thing there as well. Okay, hopefully we can cross over here and we won't have any issues. Oh, no, there's that car coming as well. Okay, right, we're going. We made it round. Hopefully we don't have any issues here, but it looks like we will because of this stupid road works, the road being closed there, but it is what it is. It's safe to do this way than it was to just try and dart across the road. So, and then we'd still have to figure out a way to go back to the other stop, the one stop down the side street. So I think this loop works. Just a bit of an annoyance getting over to this side. But we did it. We did it. We're going good. Okay. Any time now we can go. Gonna slow it down for these. We can go after you. Okay. Straight away into this lane. Turn in right. To the museum. A little bit of a market going there as well on the right that we've gone past, and we're just pulling up nice and gently to the museum. Now we're going to have an issue coming out on the other side, but we know we've had this in the past. Should be pretty much straightforward when we get over there. The museum, we've not even got that upgraded to the fullest extent. It is what it is. We get going, we turn left to go to the gallery, which I knew was the art place. And then we've got the station, then we've got the hydroduct, and then we've got the main area. So that's safe, clear to go. Okay, so yeah, this is where we're going back over the crosswalk. So we went from right to left now, and we're going from this side to that side. And so we're not crossing our path by going over the same piece of tarmac twice. So that is how I deem that we're not going over the same area. But it's a nice, like I say, it's a nice route. We have been hindered by a speed bump before. That's not going to happen now. Seriously? I went over at 14. Did I go over at 15 because I was going downhill? Okay. So we now know speed bumps are our nemesis right now. But our stopping at bus stops are perfection at the moment. So I'm happy with that. We're going to have a bit of an issue going around this corner because it is a sharp right-hand turn. But it should be pretty much straightforward. That person could not wait, even though it's a double yellow line. You shouldn't have overtaken.
Emberville Arena.
What it is.
Very pleasant driving.
Well, thank you for saying that now. When if we went over it 1 mile an hour faster, you would have complained. That's just how this game likes to do, and I think. Yeah, I've messed up this bus stop completely. Oh, we still got perfect alignment after that readjustment. Okay. Okay. I just wish we hadn't have had to do that readjustment, but we did. It just is what it is. We'll take it on the chin and just keep going. Okay. Our steering was completely messed up from that little bit of an issue, but
Viaduct Drive.
yeah, Viaduct Drive and then back to the station for our final stop. So like I say, this has been a nice little, an actual functional route that if this was an actual city, I'd be happy to submit this to the town planners and be like, use this bus route. What am I saying? It's a digital functional city, so we are using this bus route. It's my bus company. Even though we're not making any money whatsoever, because that's not how this bus company works. We just get given buses randomly when we do good. But Viaduct Drive is now level 2. Is that everything in this area level 2? I guess we'll find out when we head back to the office. But last stop being the Frontier Hub.
Frontier Hub.
No one using the crosswalk. That is good. There's another double-decker bus just parked randomly there. And then here is us pulling up to the bus stop. To finish up our journey. Nice. I think we got perfect on all stopping positions. I'm not 100% sure on that. You can, if you want to go back over and have a check. I'm not going to do that, but I think we did. It's just the speed bumps. 2 speed bumps let us down. 2 speed bumps let us down. That's not the best. I do know they're working on an update, so if we were to finish off this route, we would be able to do the route in reverse straight away. So they're coming out with an update of that coming soon. But right now, we're just going to be finishing this route. It will take us back to the office, where we'll start signing off the video. So we are back in the office. I just wanted to show you that we have officially put every bus stop in the tracks up to a level 2 star. Nothing happens with that. We don't go up to a level 3 area or anything like that. They just carry on rolling through. It kind of made sense, seeing as though we've got like bus stops at level 3s. Do we have? I think we've got other level 3s over here, central shopping districts and all that. So having everything up to a level 2 does not upgrade the area to a level 2 or level 3. But it is what it is. But anyway, we're now back in the office. We've done a nice little drive today, and I hope you have enjoyed that drive. If you have, make sure you leave a like, you comment, you share, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. All that good stuff. I'm definitely on the mend, so hopefully I'll start sounding better, and I won't have to pause every now and again to move the microphone to clear my nose and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. Thank you everyone for the support. If you're watching on mobile, go down to the comment section, swipe across and hit the hype button. Another way of liking on mobile, help support the channel, help boost it more on mobile. And yeah, if you want to get videos like this early, obviously this video was late for people early access, but it still was earlier than general release. Consider becoming a channel member. It is $2.99 a month over on on YouTube. Hit the join button in the video description or below the video, depending on what platform you are watching on. You have to be a subscriber to do so. $2.99, whatever currency you're in, euros, pounds, dollars. $2.99. Get all that good stuff. Early access to videos, discounts at Infinite.store, as well as other benefits, including shout-outs and videos. Now, if you want to get all those same benefits, but with ad-free viewing completely as well, consider becoming a Patreon over on patreon.com. The link will be on the screen and in the video description for that. It is £3 a month UK pound price, plus any localized tax. So in the UK, it'll end up being £3.60. Just how Patreon works at all, you pay the additional tax on it. You can't bundle the tax within the price. Otherwise, I don't know how that would work. I don't know how Patreon would organize that with everything, but it is what it is. You get early access to videos, discounts at Infinite.store, as well as ad-free viewing and shout-outs in videos. So it's completely optional to do memberships, Patrons, or maybe both. Up to you. It helps me towards going full-time. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you everyone so much for watching this episode. I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time for the next video.